NewsNation's Bryan Entin is in Boise. He was there for Kohberger's first Ada County appearance.
Laura, we're in Boise outside the Ada County Jail where Bryan Kohberger is tonight. He was in court for the first time here in Ada County. You remember he was previously in court in Latah County in Moscow, Idaho, where the crimes happened. But because of the change of venue, it was moved here to Ada County, about 5 hours away. So he was in court here for the first time. It was interesting. It was a different vibe. You know, it's more of a big city courthouse. In Moscow, it was a very small courtroom. They would just bring him upstairs from the basement where his cell was. Here, it's a big courthouse. And there were a few interesting issues that came up during court. First of all, whether or not he can continue wearing a suit and tie to court and not an orange jumpsuit. The judge here allowed him to wear the suit and tie this first time, but said that moving forward, they are going to decide on a case-by-case basis before the hearings. He wanted to meet with security guards and sheriff's deputies and see if it was any kind of security risk before making a decision that he would get to wear the suit and tie every single time. Also, scheduling came up. You know, the trial was set for June of 2025. The judge here in Boise is concerned that they might have a hard time finding jurors in the middle of the summer, since it's going to be a 2 to 3 month trial. Who wants to give up their entire summer? So they're discussing possibly changing the date. And as for the jail here, it's very different than Moscow. They only had about 38 cells in Moscow. Here, it's a 1,000 bed jail, much bigger. We spoke to a bail bondsman who knows the jail well.
He's housed by himself. Unlike the other facility he was in North Idaho, Latah County, he does not have a TV. He's still let out the same hour a day. Phones, TV, but he doesn't have access to the TV constantly like he did up there.
Yeah, because he had his own TV.
He did.
Yeah, so he doesn't have his own TV.
No.
Yeah. Interesting. So what can he do to pass the time?
There's not much to do. Being locked down 23 hours a day, he just has to sit there. He looks forward to that 1 hour. I know when he was in Latah County, he loved watching himself on TV constantly. Some in the jail say he was infatuated with it, but he doesn't have that luxury in Ada County.
So definitely a different situation, Laura, for Bryan Kohberger in this jail, since it's so big. The fact that he doesn't really have any contact with any other inmates, no other inmates even walk by, we're told, and no TV. So perhaps he would have preferred to stay in Moscow, at least when it comes to the jail. Listen to a little more of what that bondsman told us.
I don't believe he has access to any of the other inmates. I've heard that in Latah County he did, not housed with anybody else, but they would come in passing, and he doesn't have that in Ada County. I don't think anybody's really had contact with him. There's more room in that jail to move somebody around without having contact needed with other inmates.
Yeah, because we know in Latah he could hear other people or they would walk by, so that's not the case here.
No.
For him, do you think he would rather be here in Ada County in the jail or in Latah County?
I think he kind of got a shock coming here. He probably didn't realize how big of a facility it is, spending over 500 days in Latah County, where it houses 38 inmates. I think he would probably rather go back there and have his TV.
So again, another big difference here is in Moscow, Kohberger was kept in the basement of the courthouse, which is where the small jail is. Here, they have to take him from the Ada County Jail, and it's quite a drive all the way downtown to the courthouse. I wanted to show you what that's like, what it's like here, and then what happens when he gets to the courthouse. Take a look at this, Laura. This is the Ada County Jail in Boise, Idaho. It's a massive complex, takes up a couple of blocks out here. Big difference from the jail where Bryan Kohberger was in Latah County, Idaho, in Moscow. Remember that little jail underneath the courthouse where they kept him? Well, this place is massive here in Boise. More than 1,000 inmate beds. There's 6 different dorm units, we're told. 4 for men, 2 for women, and they've even got 88 specialized beds for maximum security prisoners. In Moscow, when they would bring Kohberger up to court, it was pretty easy, just up a flight of stairs into the courtroom. But here in Boise, he has quite a bit of drive from the jail to the courthouse. It's about 3.5 miles, 10 to 15 minutes right through town. And this is where Kohberger will go into the courthouse. You can see it's a much bigger courthouse than in Moscow, Idaho. They've got this back entrance. It says restricted area. It's gated. They take the vans from the jail right down that driveway into that garage, and Kohberger will go inside without anyone even noticing. All right, so in terms of what happens next here in Boise, we know the judge is planning to talk to the defense and also the prosecution about that trial date. The judge, again, didn't seem too keen on having it right in the middle of the summer, so they could either have it before the summer, possibly after the summer. The defense has raised some objections saying, look, they don't even know that they would be ready for summer, let alone before. So we're just going to have to wait and see on which date actually shakes out.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.